I am going to start chapter 3, current electricity. So at first we know what is the cause of flow of current, what is the definition of electric current, what is the characteristics of electric current. So first we understand by these two figures. Consider two charged conductors A and B at different potentials VA and VB mounted on insulating stands. The electric charge therefore starts flowing from A to B through the metal wire connecting them. Due to VA greater than VB, the flow of charge continues till they attain the same potential. The flow of charge constitutes electric current through the conductor. The current continues to flow so long as a potential difference exists between the ends of the conducting wire. It is similar to flow of water from tank P to tank Q through the pipe connecting them, so long as the level of water in P is higher than in Q. Level of water in both tanks becomes same, that there is no flow of water from one tank to another tank. So it shows that the charge flow from one conductor to another conductor due to potential difference. Water flows from one to another due to difference in level. Clear? So charge will flow due to potential difference. Next, electric current is defined as the amount of electric charge flowing through any cross section of a conductor per unit time. Mathematically, it is represented as I is equal to Q by T. Q by T. It is equation 1. If n electrons, each of charge E 1.6 10 power minus 19 coulomb cross through a cross section of a conductor in time t, so then total charge flowing through a conductor I is equal to Ne upon T. तो इलेक्ट्रिक करंट defined by equation 1 is known as steady current. During steady current in a conductor, no charge accumulate at any point in the conductor. Hence, electric current may also be defined as the rate of flow of electric charge through a cross section of conductor. The rate of flow of electric charge through a cross section of a conductor. Clear? What is the SI unit of electric current? Ampere. Coulomb per second. SI unit of electric current is ampere. So the current flowing through a conductor is said to be of 1 ampere when the charge is flowing through it at the rate of 1 coulomb per second. I am repeating, the current flowing through a conductor is said to be of 1 ampere when the charge is flowing through it at the rate of 1 coulomb per second. Clear? Types of electric current. There are 3 types of electric current. First, steady direct current. An electric current is said to be steady or constant or regular. Direct current if its magnitude and direction don't change with time. It is represented by this graph. By this graph. Magnitude of this current does not change with time and also direction. The straight line PQ parallel to time axis represents the steady current. Second, varying or variable direct current. An electric current is said to be variable direct current if its magnitude changes with time and polarity remains the same. It is expressed by this graph. In this case, polarity remains the same. Third, alternating current. An electric current is said to be alternating current if its magnitude changes continuously and its direction periodically. When a polarity reverses periodically, so such type of current is known as alternating current. Clear? The current whose magnitude changes continuously and its polarity reverses periodically. Just this graph. So alternating current is represented by this graph. Next, I want to discuss about direction of electric current. So the direction of flow of positive charge through the conductor represents direction of electric current. This current is known as conventional current. Clear? Direction of positive charge represents conventional current. Direction of negative charge indicates electronic current. So the charge that passes through the given cross section of the conductor in a time interval from 0 to t, so then dq is equal to I into dt. I into dt. Mathematically, it is also expressed as it is equal to limit में डेल्टा t tends to 0, तो डेल्टा q by डेल्टा t means dq by dt. So it is clear from this figure कि direction of positive charge represents conventional current and direction of negative charge mean electron represents electronic current. Both are in opposite direction to each other. However, a negative charge moving in one direction is equivalent to an equal positive charge moving in the opposite direction. So as the electrons are negatively charged particles, so the direction of electronic current, that is current constituted by the flow of electrons, is opposite to that of the conventional current. It is direction of electric current. Next topic, nature of electric current. Electric current is a scalar quantity. Although electric current has magnitude as well as direction, yet it is not a vector quantity. The laws of addition of simple algebra are used to add electric currents. It does not require laws of vector addition. we can understand by this figure easily. To consider three metallic wires A, B and C meeting at a point or junction O. Let 3 ampere and 4 ampere currents flow through two mutually perpendicular wires A and B respectively. So then the current in the third wire C is 7 ampere. By simple algebra, 3 ampere plus 4 ampere is equal to 7 ampere. Added algebraically. And not 5 ampere as required by the vector addition. We know that two vectors are at perpendicular to each other. So then resultant vector R is equal to under root one vector का square plus another vector का whole square. So R is equal to under root 3 square plus 4 square. 9 plus 16, so 5 ampere. And according to law of vector addition, resultant current is equal to 5 ampere. So not 5 ampere in this figure. So it does not follow triangle rule of vector addition. So it is a scalar quantity. Here, electric current having magnitude as well as specified direction, but it is a scalar because it does not obey triangle rule of vector addition. It follows simple algebra. Clear? The next topic, cause of flow of current in a conductor. In metals, atoms are bonded strongly with each other and occupy fixed positions. But the free electrons, in absence of an electric field, move in random fashion in different directions with different velocities. Thus, the number of free electrons moving through a cross section in one direction is nearly equal to the number of free electrons crossing it while coming from the opposite direction. Hence, the net flow of charge as well as the net velocity through any cross section will be zero. So, no current flows through the conductor in the absence of external electric field. अब let U1, U2, U3 dot dot up to UN be the velocities of n free electrons. So then average velocity U is equal to U1 plus U2 plus UN divided by N is equal to 0. When average velocity of electrons is 0. In a solid conductor, atoms are closely packed and valence electrons of an atom are not attached firmly to its nucleus. So these valence electrons are free to move throughout the volume of the solid conductor, even at room temperature, and hence known as free electrons. When a potential difference is applied across the ends of a conductor or battery, the electric field is set up across the ends of the conductor from positive end to negative end of the conductor. So the free electrons in the conductor experiences a force F is equal to minus EE. When force experienced by one electron, F is equal to minus EE in the direction opposite to the direction of the electric field. Thus, free electrons in the solid conductor are accelerated in the direction opposite to the direction of the electric field. So therefore, there is current in the conductor due to movement of electrons from negative to positive end. From negative to positive end. Next topic, drift velocity. What is drift velocity? To the average velocity with which free electrons in a conductor get drifted in a direction opposite to the direction of the applied electric field is called drift velocity. Force experienced by an electron F is equal to minus EE. Clear? We can write F is equal to MA is equal to minus EE. So A is equal to minus EE by M. It is acceleration of an electron. Negative sign shows that the direction of F and E are opposite to each other. Clear? If an electron having random thermal velocity U1 accelerates for time tau 1, so then it will attain a velocity V1 U1 plus A into tau 1. A into tau 1. Similarly, the velocities of other electrons will be V2 is equal to ut plus a into tau 2. Vn is equal to un plus a tau n third. Clear? So the average velocity Vd of all the n electrons will be Vd is equal to V1 plus V2 plus Vn divided by n. Putting the value of V1, V2 up to Vn in this equation. U1 plus a tau 1 plus U2 plus a into tau 2 plus Un plus a into tau n divided by n. U1 plus U2 plus Un divided by n plus a tau 1 tau 2 tau n divided by n. 0 plus a into tau. Vd is equal to minus EE by m into tau. In the absence of electric field, average velocity of electrons is 0, so whole term will be 0. Putting the value of A equal to minus E by M. In all expression, A will be same because there is no variable current. EE by M means charge on electron constant, electric field constant, mass of electron constant. So there is no change in the acceleration of electrons. Clear? Next, effect of temperature on drift velocity. When temperature of the conductor increases, the electrons move faster and more collisions between the electrons and atoms or ions quickly. Thus, the relaxation time tau decreases. So therefore, the drift velocity of electrons decreases with increasing temperature of the conductor. Some notable points. The first, the drift velocity is of the order of 10 power minus 4 meter per second, which is negligible as compared to average electron thermal velocity 10 power 6 meter per second at room temperature. Next point, the time interval between two successive collisions for the accelerating free electron is called relaxation time or mean free time. Mathematically, it is expressed as tau is equal to lambda upon Vrms. Lambda means mean free path or VRMS, root mean square velocity of an electron. Last topic related to this part, relation between drift velocity and electric current. To consider a conductor of length L and cross-sectional area A connected across a battery through a key. Let V be the applied potential difference across the ends of the conductor. The magnitude of electric field set up across the conductor is given by E is equal to V by L. V by L. If a small n is the number density, that is number of electrons per unit volume of the conductor. The number of electrons per volume is called number density of electrons. So the total number of electrons in the conductor, from this formula, N is equal to NaL. If E is the charge on each electron, so then the total charge in the conductor Q is equal to N into E, so NaLe. It is the total charge flowing in the conductor. The time taken by the charge to cross the conductor, so T is equal to L by Vd. L by Vd. So according to definition of electric current, I is equal to Q by T, so NaLe by L into Vd. L is cancelled out, so Vd is equal to I upon Ane. It is another formula of drift velocity, which gives the relationship between drift velocity and electric current. Okay, thank you.